Okay, my blues friends, we're going to have a look at the chords this time. Now, when you first start playing chords, it feels so natural. It's such a big move. The first thing, you want your thumb further down around the back so you can get your fingers round more. Okay, if your thumb's over the top, it's very hard to reach the notes. So get your thumb right behind it and you can get your fingers across. Okay, so chords are so important to guitarists. When you go to the next school, you know, you're going to find you'll need chords if you want to play in a band, or you want to jam with another guitarist, or accompany a singer, you know, or play along with a flute player. You're going to need to play chords. Chords are so important. So why, you may ask, do we learn all the single note stuff first when you're only playing that 20% of the time? Well, the main reason is when you first start playing guitar, most of you guys, year 3, year 4, your fingers are too little to do all this stretching, but they're growing all the time. So when you start playing the chords, don't worry if you know it's difficult because your fingers are growing, and also it's amazing how you just get used to the shapes. It's very strange at first. Don't give up. I promise you. If you repeat things enough times, it'll happen. When you were little, you know, you taught those great big legs to walk, and now when you walk across the schoolyard or down the street, you don't think, oh, put this leg in front of this leg, put this leg in front. You don't have to do that. You just do it, and you're chatting away and your legs just do it because you've got the muscle memory. That's the big thing here, muscle memory. We're going to play 3 chords. Now, getting from G to C seems a big task at first, but really it's just 3 fingers moving. If you can make those great big legs walk without even thinking about it now, you just do it, you can make those fingers do the shapes. You've just got to repeat the shapes enough times so that you can do it without thinking. Your fingers just know. It will happen. If you want it to happen, it will happen. Sometimes you could practice going from G to C without even strumming. You know, if your mums and dads, will you stop playing now? I want to watch the television or whatever. You can still practice the chords without making a sound. So you've got these 3 chords in the red book. Unfortunately, it's not in the blue book, but you can get it from this. So the G chord, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of that G, 2nd finger on the G on the fattest string. Now you can get quite a feasible G chord like that, if you block, because your finger tends to block off the 5th string. But if you can do that, it's not a big stretch to get your 1st finger onto the B on the 5th string, 2nd fret. So the first 4 bars you've just got G. So we'll just do 1 strum per bar. We'll do a minute. We'll go la 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 la. So I'll just play along with that. Bear with me. Oh, come on. Here we go. This is a little intro. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the first 4 bars. Bar 5 and 6, where you're playing C, C, A, C. We're going to play Cs. We're going to play 2 bars of C, and then the first 2 bars on the 2nd line back to G, 2 G. So I've got G. Okay, and then we'll come to the turnaround, the last 4 bars. Now the turnaround, you've got a D7. So you've got your 1st finger on the C, 2nd finger on the A, 3rd finger on the F sharp. So you might want to start with just, you know, the F sharp, 2nd fret, 1st and 3rd string, A and F sharp, and make the C in between. C, those 2 fingers either side. Okay. So you've got 1 bar of D7, 1 bar of C. So you keep your finger on the C, and you move those 2 fingers to the 2nd fret on the 4th string, and the 3rd string and the 5th string. Stand your fingers up or it won't sound right. Play 5 strings for the C. So you've got 1 D7, 2, 3, 4, C, 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, and then back to D7. Okay, so let's just run through from the start. Obviously, you might want to practice just going C to D7, round and round. Your finger stays on the C. You've got your first finger on the C. You miss a string, then you've got second fret, then a fifth string, third fret. Okay, 5 strings for C. Keep your finger on the C to get D7. Put these 2 fingers either side on the second fret. So you've got your third finger on the second fret of the first string. You've got the C with your first finger, and then you've got your, third finger is on the second fret of the first string. Then you've got your C with your first finger, and then that second finger, you're on the A. You're playing 4 strings. That's D7. So you've got D7, C, G, and then back to D7. Now a little tip, when you're going from G to D7, the third finger is on the first string on the third fret. It's got to get to there to go to D7, so you don't let go of that finger. That finger slides down 1 fret, while these 2 have got the shape, they keep the shape and they move. So you've got that going from there to there, and you've got these 2 fingers, you've got the shape there, are going from the 5th and 6th string to the 2nd and 3rd. Same shape. Don't you see that? Okay, so you've got. So I'll play along with the whole piece, but remember, you'll need to practice going back and forward through the chords till you get it. If you want to do it, it'll happen, I promise you. You've taught your legs to walk, you can teach those fingers to play the chords. So here we go. From the start, all the way through. I'll say the chord as I play it, and you've got them in your red books. Starting with 4 bars of G. G, 3, 4. You might want to use a pick to play this. C, C, back to G. 1 bar of D7, 1 bar of C, back to G, and then D7. Back to the start again, G, 4 bars of G. 2 bars of C, 5 strings, back to G. Now the last 4 bars are different endings. D7, C, G, and finish on G7. Okay, well, let's have a look at G7. First finger on the F, then your second finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret, which is a B, and then stretch right across to the 3rd fret on the 6th string for a G. You can do a little G7. You can't get there quick enough. 4 strings, 1 finger on. You know your little G, 3 strings. You've got your little C, 3 strings, and your little G7. The only one you've got to do the full chord of is, you know, if you can't, at first you might want to practice with little chords. La la la, little G, la la la, la 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 la, little C, 3 strings, back to G, D7. You've got to do the full chord. C, G, G7. I was playing minims that time. I was doing two strums in the bar. La, la, la. You can do that, you know. There's lots of things you can do. La, 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 and so on. Now, if you've got a comfortable grip on the chords, which it will take time, but the little trick you can do, instead of just playing the chords, you can play crotches, but you've got this little trick where you're moving your first finger within the chord. So your first finger's on the B, and it's jumping between the 5th string and the 4th string like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. When you go to C, exactly the same trick. This finger is doing a little jump from the 4th string to the 3rd string. 2, back to G. Yeah, if you get the hang of that, I would just stick with the last 4 bars doing 1, 2, 3, first ending, D7, or the second ending, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and G7. Okay, so have a crack at that. Don't be put off if you can't do it first. You know, the chords will come, I promise you. See you later. Bye-bye.